Hey, Charlie. What do you think was working so well with you guys defensively, not just all game, but also down the stretch? You guys got some big stops in the final couple minutes.
Yeah, I feel like our second quarter was our best quarter defensively. We got a lot of stops in the press, and that definitely was a momentum changer for us. Ashley especially came in off the bench and was a game changer for us. Just our defense was really clicking tonight, especially in that second quarter, and that definitely carried, like you said, down the stretch.
John High.
Charlie, after this tough week, I mean, we know what you did with the pizzas and everything. Secondly, that's the second part of my question, why you felt the need to do that. But how did you guys focus on basketball when you really couldn't throughout the week?
Yeah, it was tough. We didn't have access to the gym, obviously, couldn't get on the road. And a lot of us were just in our rooms, either just, doing homework or watching TV and stuff like that. So it really was no motion at all for many of us. So we eventually got back in the gym, and it was just a relief. With all this going on, it's easy to get distracted, and it's easy to just take your attention off of basketball. But obviously, we had our minds set on basketball today, and we're so excited to play and fortunate to play because not a lot of people are, able to play today. And so it's just any game day is just a blessing, for anybody, especially in this unprecedented times. You don't get to play. So I'm just excited to go out tonight and get the win.
And then on what pushed you to do the whole donating pizza, what moved you to do that?
Yeah. So the first day, we were, obviously we were stuck in Waco, and a lot of the grocery stores were closed, HEB and all that. So I was like, I really want a pizza. Me and my roommates, me, Lauren, and Kyra, we like, man, we got to go find a pizza spot. We got to go get some pizza. So we went out to, Rapolo's and went there the first day, and the line was wrapped around the building. So we didn't go that day. So the next day we decided to go in a little earlier, went in, got our pizza. I saw everybody in line. I was like, I want to, do something good. Not everybody, maybe they're going to close after we come in. Not everybody's going to get a pizza. So I was like, let me just I just want to buy 50 pizzas. I talked to the owner. I'm like, if it's okay, if I can do it. He's like, 50? I was like, yeah, 50 pizzas. And so I just eventually did that. And I just want to do a friendly gesture. And, blessings come to you when you do nice to people. And I just want to, spread that and just be nice, especially in these times. Not a lot of people were able to go out and get food. And so I just wanted to do that.
Kurt, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to commend you too, Charlie, for pizza. What's your pizza preference of choice?
I'm meat lovers. Got
Meat lovers.
bacon, sausage, all the meats, pepperoni, all of that.
The works, right?
Yep.
So, the team got off to a slow start today, and were there any lingering effects from the circumstances with the winter storm and the game against Baylor, and how did that affect you personally?
Yeah, it's been a week since we played,
Yeah.
if you think about it. So we didn't play any basketball like that, except the 2 days of practice. So, a lot of rust and coming out slow. But eventually, we saw in that second quarter, we kind of picked it up. And so it's just us being, not in the gym like that, not playing a game in a week. So that definitely took a toll for a little while, but we definitely shook the rust off and played basketball really well down the stretch.
In that defensive stretch right down near the end of the second quarter, how pivotal was that?
Yeah, it was, it was nice to see. It was nice to see, got a steal back to back, and then called the timeout on the other end. So it was just a great momentum changer. And, it would be different, like Coach said, if fans were in the stands, because that would have got everybody going crazy. And so I, hate that we don't have fans in the stands right now, due to COVID protocol. But it was definitely great to see from our team, and just shows what can be great and what can be seen later on.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yes, no problem.
Danny, go ahead.
Charlie, with you and a lot of the other Texans on this team, you not only really had to deal with what was going on in Austin, you also had to be concerned about what was going on at home. And I don't know how your mom was and how everything was back home, power and all that stuff was good. But how was balancing that, being concerned about yourself and also being concerned with what was going on back home this week?
Yeah, it was really challenging. You're thinking about loved ones. My brother was fine. My brother's in California right now, so he had 70-degree weather, so he was fine. But my mom back home in Houston, didn't have electricity for a lot of days. I think she was 60 hours or something, so she had to stay with her friend. The water, stuff like that. So it really took a toll on me as well. And she wanted to come out here so bad, but couldn't because of the icy roads. And so I was talking to my mom, making sure she was okay and she was fine. She wanted to come out today, obviously, but couldn't come today because of, what's going on right now, still lingering from the storm. But she's fine. She's doing well. Everything's good at home with my mom, and just happy that she's okay.
Over this past year, mentally, y'all have had to deal with a lot, with whether it's the virus shutting down last season and the school year, this past storm. Just how have you been able to compartmentalize all that and deal with the mental aspect of keeping yourself healthy as well as the physical? Everyone knows about the physical, but the mental is another thing that kind of goes unsaid a lot.
Yeah, no, as a student athlete, you go through so much. And I think that's a thing that not a lot of people talk about, but go through. I know me, especially having to deal with the mental aspect of playing basketball, both being in school. I'm in a pandemic. I just went through a freeze storm. Like it's a lot, but a lot of good things come from pressure. A lot of good things come from adversity. And so I feel like going through all this, it got to be something good down the road. And so we just can't quit. We can't stop now. We got to have tunnel vision and know that, if you go through hard times, you'll get over it and something great will be, good in return to you. And so I just, can't stress that enough, that if you're going through something and adversity seems to keep building up, you're going to get through it and something good down the line will happen for you. So we just got to keep pushing.
Carter, you've got the last one.
Charlie, so Aoka Lee was their leading scorer coming to this game, and she only played about 13 minutes and had 5 points with foul trouble and stuff. What was y'all's game plan for her coming in, and how do you think y'all executed that?
Oh, yeah, just mainly wanted to get her off the blocks early. She's their best player and leading rebounder and scorer. And so just getting her less touches and down low in the block definitely was our game plan coming into the game. And I felt like our guards definitely helped a lot. Couldn't just take just me or just low guarding her down low. It took a team effort to play team defense on her. So I feel like we did a really good job on that today. And we stepped up and definitely contained her as well as we could.
Thank you, Charlie.
No problem. Thank you, guys.